Oh, amigo. Barstool. The Barstool.
And we're live.
What?
Yeah.
We are live on the first ever. The first ever. Big, chunky entertainment podcast, affectionately known as
Beer and Beef Jerky.
Beer and Beef Jerky.
We only have one of those things.
And we have one of those things.
Huh?
Is this like really live?
Yeah, no, it's actually live. No, it looks like shit. But,
As well it should be.
Ooh. Wow, that is awful.
That's not good. What's going on with it?
It wasn't that bad before.
No.
Will you turn the light on?
Casey making the artistic decision to have the lowest possible quality on the first one. Ugh. Is there anything to salvage?
Will you move the camera? I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. No, like up. Like move the box that it's sitting on. Upward. Push it up.
This?
The box.
How do I push the box upward?
You mean just like lift
forward?
The box?
Huh?
Just push the box. No, forward.
I love it. What happened?
It's like really on purpose.
Yeah, it's like the minute you...
Yeah, I don't...
My hand right here.
I don't
That was pretty
understand.
I felt like that made it.
Move it closer.
Yeah, like. It's gonna be all in your grill.
Well,
All up in.
can't be doing that.
Oh, look. Winner.
Oh, that's
Oh,
better.
Wow.
That's like a million times better.
Alright, scoot it back just a tad bit so it'll sit on the thing.
And...
That's so weird.
Wait, why is it?
That's terrible.
Oh, the cord.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get. Is it good? No,
Way
but...
better than it did a second ago.
Way better.
Can we turn
Yeah.
it back off,
Awesome.
please?
Yeah. Just like we drew it up.
Yep.
Just like in rehearsals.
Yep, that looks just fine, I guess.
What are rehearsals?
Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, it looks
Most
better.
impressive.
Is it good? No, but it looks better.
See my chat?
Yes.
What?
You're mean.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's what we
right.
get for trying to do this live.
Welcome. Hey, live television, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome
This kind of stuff
to
happens.
Beer and Beef Jerky,
Yep.
of which we have one of. I'll try to make it a point to have beef jerky next time. I'll make some. I'll try to make
2
some.
beers. 0
Yeah.
beef jerkies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So I titled this episode San Diego Comic-Con Recap.
Yep.
So we're just going to go over a couple of the things that we thought were, I don't know, like the things that interest us the most from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. I didn't look over a lot of it, but checked out a couple things.
Yeah, I didn't look over everything either, but there was one thing that mildly piqued my interest while I was just perusing. But it's not like I sat there and watched San Diego Comic-Con.
So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to have a few drinks because this is beer and beef jerky.
It is beer and beef jerky. It's meant for relaxation, boys.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this. No. Would you please stop?
What?
It is the 15th anniversary of that god-awful movie, Constantine. So we're going to drink to the god-awfulness that was Keanu Reeves' depiction of John Constantine. He wasn't so bad as the movie.
I never saw it.
But he's heading back to the MCU at some point here to redeem himself.
As who?
Don't know.
Oh.
But he's coming. Something near and dear to my heart. Witchblade. The creation of Garth Ennis and Mark Silvestri. Back when independent comics were their own little thing. The Darkness.
Okay.
Witchblade. All that fun stuff.
I don't know
Came out
anything about it.
25 years ago. So I'm drinking to that.
Alrighty.
I've got a few copies of that autographed by the man, Garth Ennis.
Sure.
And Silvestri himself. And finally, last anniversary, 30th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Wow,
The
really?
original. 30 years ago.
Oh man,
This
that
year,
movie is so good.
they
It's
graced
so bad.
the silver screen for the first
Wow,
time.
that's
So,
impressive.
To Mikey, Donnie, Leo.
Oh, I think Jacob's
Raph?
coming home to get batteries for his vape.
Oh. I'm drinking to the turtles. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Hail the turtles. Yeah, I know. With all 2 of our viewers.
So we've got our toast out of the way.
Alrighty. There's only one thing that I saw on the list that I could even remotely talk about.
Yeah.
From San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if you want me to start with my thing and then you can talk into yours, or you want to flip-flop.
Yeah, let me go first real quick.
Yeah,
then
go
we'll
for
go to yours, and then we'll talk about the last thing we want to say.
Cool.
Because it poses a question in regards to releases of movies during this new world of COVID. Bill and Ted's Face the Music, Part 3 of the classic trilogy is coming out. And they are going to do a joint theatrical and digital platform, like a or digital at home release.
Digital at home. Meaning like
It's
you can
gonna
buy it
be
on like Amazon Prime or whatever? Okay.
Probably for
Okay.
like $20.
Okay.
So essentially you're going to pay the price of buying 2 movie tickets.
Okay.
But they're also going to release it in theaters at the same time, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
are
sure.
are theaters open right now?
At this point, and I guess in some states they are. It's state,
Okay. Yeah,
state to
I
state.
guess state by state.
I'm just interested in how that's going to work. I'm interested to see the numbers as they pour in.
Yeah.
Or trickle in.
I think it'd be more of an interesting experiment if it was with a higher budget and more sought after movie,
Listen.
like an MCU.
I mean, how
movie.
dare you?
Hey,
But
whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
no, I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it. But I kind of bring it up because for 2 years, New Mutants is going to come out.
Yeah.
And like we've approached the 2-year mark, and then when COVID hit, it was like, all right, it's already kind of a running joke. Just throw it out on
That's
Disney
true.
Plus.
Yeah,
throw it out
seriously.
somewhere. But they're like, no,
Yeah.
no. We're going to the theater. We need to make money off this. So is what Bill and Ted doing. Does that open the door for something like a New Mutants? Like, okay, let's just throw it in however many theaters to take it. Make as much money as you can get there.
Yeah.
But also, let's just go ahead and throw it on something for $20, $15, $20.
Yeah, I mean, it's that way you get probably more money from the people that would not go to the movie theater anyway and just wait to buy it on DVD or wait until it comes out on Netflix. So you get some money from those people that weren't going to pay for it anyway.
Yeah, because I'm kind of torn. If you choose one or the other at this point in time, if you say, no, we're going to the theater because we're not giving up that money, but then nobody goes to the theaters because they're afraid to die, then you've lost a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true.
As opposed to like, okay, let's go ahead and go digital only. Let's throw it on a streaming service. Let's make people pay for it or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you lose the potential of theater money. So this kind of was like, well, maybe let's take as much of both as we can get and just let's hope for the best.
I almost think that it would be for specific movies, like Star Wars is one of the things that kind of, like Star Wars wouldn't do this, but for a movie like that, it's almost like you would want to go see it in the theater for the first time. And then if you want to watch it again, rather than going and you have to go all the way to the damn theater, why don't you just pay the $14 or whatever it is to watch it at your house again tomorrow?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I brought it up because they announced it. I thought it was interesting. That they made
that's an interesting strategy. Yeah.
And if this COVID bugger keeps on doing what it's doing, and we stretch more and more and more months, does it open the door for Marvel to be like, man, okay, Black Widow is getting a little long in the tooth, and it has yet to be released.
Yeah.
You know, just it begs the question: could they potentially do that?
Okay.
I hope they do, because I want to see these movies. I miss them.
Yeah, I know. Like, I really wish, like, at least the Marvel stuff, that Disney would just go ahead and throw it up on Disney Plus, and they would get subscriptions out of that, because people subscribe just for the Mandalorian, and then they cancel their subscription. So, if they start releasing these things that like probably won't, like, I don't think Black Widow is going to be a box office giant like fucking Endgame was.
No.
But I think it could make a little bit of money, but they're just sitting on it right now.
Yep. Yep.
And if they release it in the next couple coming months, you don't know who's going to go out there and watch it.
Yeah, and it's just
So you're right.
At some point, you have to get on with the story.
Yeah.
You have to get on with it somehow. You know, at some point, it's become too large and too important to only make decisions based on maximizing the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make a bunch of money, but at some point, artistically, creative, you got to go on. Actors aren't getting any younger. This can't go on for year after year after year. Tom Holland's eventually going to be an old man.
He's like 20.
He's going to be an old man one day. It's COVID, man. It does things to people.
Yeah, it murders them. It kills them dead.
Be an old man soon.
Sure.
Tom Holland's got 1 foot in the grave like me.
What is he, 40?
All right, so I'm done with that. What do you got?
Okay, well, yeah, the only thing that I really saw just on this, you know, I did a quick Google search. So the only thing I really saw was I'm a big Avatar: The Last Airbender fan. Actually, I have a shirt on, coincidentally. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of the show. I watched The Legend of Korra. I read all the comic books. I love it. So I heard a couple years ago, I guess it's been 3 or 4 years now, that one of the creators of Avatar was making a show, an animated show specifically for Netflix, and I was like, yeah, let's go. And then it came around, and then I forgot it came around, and here we are. I've seen one episode. So it's a big thing, that this news, because they didn't necessarily know if they were going to get a season 3 after season 2. Like, season 2 came and went, and they didn't know they were going to get a season 3, and they finally got it, and now season 3 has come and gone. They didn't know if they were going to get renewed. Yes, they didn't know if they were going to get renewed for a season 4, because they had originally an idea for a 7-season story arc. Like, the whole the over-encompassing story was going to take 7 seasons to do. So they didn't even know if they were going to make it to the 4th. So they had a backup plan to just tell it all in graphic novels, which is kind of almost what they did for Avatar. The reason it's a big deal is because one of the creators, his name is Aaron. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Ehaz? I don't know. Avatar was supposed to be 4 seasons, but it was too expensive, so Nickelodeon was like, wrap it up. So they did, and they didn't get to tell everything that they wanted to tell in Avatar, so they had to, like, you know, go back and change details and, you know, do a bunch of stuff that they were going to explain in the comic books in a different type of way. So it's a big deal for them. Well, it's only one of them, so it's a big deal for him, at least, for this to actually get off the ground, and they renewed it all the way to season 7. So they renewed it for season 4, 5, 6, and 7. So they got 4 more years to do whatever they need to do. What is this?
What is happening?
Why?
Is someone spamming the chat?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I just banned him, though.
What do they say?
Beach sauce.
No, what did they
Bleach
say?
sauce.
What were they saying?
I don't even know.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I turned it off.
I couldn't tell.
That was awesome.
It says pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo.
Is that amazing?
Wow.
Why'd you ban them?
Because they did it 12 times.
That's awesome.
Pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo.
Wow.
Awesome.
Doing it live. Yeah, 15 times they did it.
Pretty
Don't
impressive.
unban them. Don't unban them.
Pretty impressive.
Well, that happened.
Anyway,
Yeah. All right.
so Dragon Prince.
Yeah, Dragon Prince.
He really
It got
wants to
renewed
go
for the last
7.
4 seasons. Huh?
Wow, so all at once.
Yeah.
It was just like we're doing the whole thing.
Yeah, they were just like, yeah, boys, go for it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's super exciting.
One day
I
you
really
can watch all 7 seasons.
Man, I'm gonna watch it soon. It's on my list. The animation style kind of turned me off there for a little bit, because it was actually the frame rate. Because, like, you know how anime is kind of like a lower frame rate.
You're
just,
more
you know,
like
everything's staticky.
You like the food porn kind of anime style, is what you're saying?
No.
You like the style in which food really turns into a sexual object.
Check out Food Wars on Hulu.
Food
Netflix,
Wars.
Netflix.
Yeah, you've watched more episodes of that than the Dragon Prince.
That's her fault.
You're a sick.
That is her fault.
motherfucker.
Your fault.
Anyway, hey, listen. You like what you like.
I didn't say I liked it. Every every
You're
2
allowed to.
minutes in that show, we have to pause it and just go, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, super exciting. You have to stop and reflect on your life decisions to watch that instead of something productive.
Understand what you just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Anyway, Dragon Prince renewed season 4, 5, 6, and 7.
That is
They're going to
awesome.
finish up everything they need to do. Hopefully, they actually continue with the comic book things because I love that. They got 4 seasons out of Korra, so they got an extra season over Avatar, but they're still doing comic books, so they're keeping on with this stuff. I like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
What you got?
So the last thing we'll talk about.
Last thing?
I think it's the last thing I've got.
Okay.
In the world of comic book news, the most exciting thing that I heard was this new event by Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw. Crossover.
Yeah.
Donny Cates is a master salesman. He's an agitator of
I don't like that motion
of
you're
speculation.
doing.
He plays a little speculation banjo like he's in the backwoods and he's got his Uncle Daddy next to him. I mean, that's Donny Cates in a nutshell. So him and Jeff Shaw, the creative team behind God Country,
Yeah.
maybe Donny Cates' best work.
Is that right?
A lot of people believe so.
His first work.
He also did Thanos Wins with Donny Cates,
Oh, okay, cool.
which
yeah,
is
Thanos Wins was
not
good.
bad at all.
No, it was very good.
either. Anywho, so they've got this event called Crossover, and it is intriguing, to say the least.
Yeah.
The things he has come out and said this week at San Diego Comic-Con at home,
Yeah.
from his little home.
I'm sure his home is much bigger than ours.
Maybe. It very interesting stuff. I think he was quoted as saying this is the scariest book he's ever
He said
written.
it's a lot of the mostest.
Yeah, he's like, this is the most excited he's been over a book because it is the scariest thing.
It is the scariest. It is the most ambitious.
Yes,
It is.
all that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Being very secretive about where it's going. It's an ongoing series, which is
Yeah.
was
Yeah, that's
surprising
great.
to me.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a short
Just
thing
assumed it
depending
would
on.
be.
Yeah.
But it's not. So
how
I
they
guess
described it.
the premise, from what I understand, is that he's kind of breaking the plane of reality here, and it's like, what if, like a what if story. What if one of these huge industry level crossover events that happen in Marvel and DC and otherwise spilled into the real world?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's like a portal that opens up at some point, and this major crossover event spills into the real world.
Was he saying characters from Marvel and DC? Because I can't imagine that that's a thing.
So he was asked the question, and he didn't say no. He said you're going to
Okay.
see a lot of things that surprise you. He's in good with the Marvel dudes. That's
yeah,
clear.
I
He's
would really hope so.
the golden
at
boy.
this point, yeah.
This series is being edited by Mark Waid, longtime infamous writer infamous writer in the 90s in particular and beyond. Written for Marvel and DC, a ton of stuff, a ton of great stuff. Wrote a bunch of great Captain America for Marvel. He wrote Kingdom Come
Oh, really?
for DC, so
Oh,
he
okay.
knows
Cool.
his big events. So he's the editor. He's got a great relationship with DC. He's got a great relationship with Marvel, as does Donny Cates. And now they're at this creator-owned thing. We're like, they don't have to worry about Image stealing the rights or throwing
Right.
Spider-Man and anything. So who
Especially
knows?
with Image.
Who knows? I half expect something like that to happen.
Okay.
I almost expect there to be, if I had to like put my hat on and my MUFON hat.
Oh, we're not allowed to move on anymore.
Okay, anyway, put my conspiracy hat on, my tinfoil hat. I would almost say that I'd put a little money on the crossover maybe being Image characters versus DC characters versus Marvel characters, and them spilling into the world.
Yeah, because that was the basic premise of
That'd be the neatest thing.
Yeah, because that was the premise of the actual story. Is that of course it's a story. It's not just some crazy crossover event. It's a concept where, as he explains, it's comic books what if comic books spilled into real life?
He goes on to explain. I read an article on,
which is exactly how the Crimson Chin was a thing.
I read an article on the San Diego Comic-Con site, and he went on to also further say that it was more than just comic books. It was, what if fiction no longer existed? What if everything that was once fictional is now real?
Okay.
And he's going to, I think, it sounded like he's going to explore, like there's going to be a deeper meaning. It's not just going to be like, oh, this crazy shit happening in portals and whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
It sounds like a hope he explores. He made a quote that said, when you have fiction dissipate, then reality too is in question, really. It's like if everything that is fictional is now real, then is everything real now fiction?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Like that's the part that I'm really looking forward to. And it sounds like a lot of Dark Tower kind of stuff.
I wouldn't know.
When Stephen King pulled from all of his books, as well as Doctor Doom and Harry Potter, and he was pulling a lot of stuff from Wizard of Oz, a lot of stuff from other fictional parts, and he was making them part of this one big world. And it sounds like it's kind of going down that path. So this might be the Donny Cates version of that portion or that segment of the Dark Tower series.
That's cool.
In comic book form, where he I can't stress enough how much I'm really going to see how he picks apart what happens when things that you thought forever were not real are now real. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with the idea that there's no more fake? Yeah. There's no more fiction. Everything is real. And when, again, the philosophical question: if everything is real, is anything real?
Sure.
So that's the question. I hope he answers it, or at least goes after it.
I'm very excited. If it's an ongoing question or an ongoing series, I think he'll probably get around to something similar to that. I mean, he has a message, he has a story and a message that he wants to say.
Here's one thing I know for sure. Like, I don't know where it's going. I know I'll pick it up. It's going to sell a lot of issues. It's going to sell a lot. It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. Donny Cates, everything sells a lot.
Somebody called him the human cash register.
Yeah, they're right.
Everything he writes turns to gold.
Yeah.
Every character he creates
gold
is made of gold.
Venom #3, Jesus Christ. We did a whole episode about it.
Yeah, it doesn't stop there.
No.
Try to buy God Country. It's hard.
The individual issues.
You try to buy the first appearance of Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And try to do it. It's going to cost you $1.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
It can happen.
You can do it.
Yeah. So yeah,
we have the first Venom, or I'm sorry, first Null.
Yeah, I have the first Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Oh.
Not the good copy.
What?
Not the cover A, $100 and whatever version. I got the lenticular Secret Wars 10 or 12 homage.
Oh yeah, I think you're showing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the most exciting thing that I heard from a comic book perspective is Donny Cates is doing his thing, going back to Image for the first time in a while.
Yeah,
he's been.
What was God Country published under?
All Image.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been all Image or all Marvel all the time since maybe God Country.
No, he did a couple independent things with. Probably was with Image before he did Marvel. Before he went to Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, God Country was his big first break. It was his breakout.
Yeah.
And it was with Image.
Yeah.
So anyway, can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it. November.
Yeah, I mean,
put it on your list.
My whole comic short box might as well just be called the Donny Cates box at this point because I want to have everything he writes. I love his style. I love the messages he tells.
Do you?
I do.
The messages he tells.
Or the tales?
Is that what you said?
Tells? The messages? No, not he tales.
So you're
saying... it's not a fable.
He tells these wonderful messages that just ring home to you. And
listen, I like the idea of how Thanos wins ended. It was a good one.
He thinks larger. I will say that. If I had one way to describe Donnie, it would be like he thinks larger than most people.
What?
He thinks larger. If you sat somebody down like you're going to write Venom, what are you going to do with him? Well, I'll explore Eddie Brock. I'll do this or that. He gets Venom, and he was like, I'm creating a symbiote god.
Well,
that's going to change Marvel forever.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Joe Blow, you're writing Thor now. What are you going to do with him? Well, he's the king of Asgard. We're going to do this and that. And he's going to fight frost giants, and he's going to do his thing. They give it to him. It's like, we're going to make you the Herald of Galactus.
Yeah, that's
who's
the
fighting
leftist
the
of
ender of the universe.
Yes.
In the first arc, the first story arc. So he's just he's more grandiose in this thinking. Yeah. So
it's fair.
And it sounds like he's going to go in that direction with crossover, and I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
God Country.
I like the idea. I know. I need to read God Country.
You do.
Is it on my shelf, or did you take it?
Nope, it's there. It's right there, staring at you every day. Lonely. Being unread.
Yeah, I need to read it.
Long forgotten.
Well, is that all we have to talk about from?
That is.
From San Diego Comic-Con?
That's it.
That's it?
We will talk about a few other things in the coming week or two as we let them digest and flesh out. A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
A lot of announcements, but just want to touch on a few things. I didn't want to, we can talk about MCU stuff all the time, so.
Yeah.
Just want to touch on a few little things.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm always down to talk about what Donny Cates is doing next, so. Either way.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, I guess we're going to wrap this one up. It's a shorter episode, but,
It's the longest one we've ever done.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, you want... Okay.
Show and tell
She wants to do a show and tell.
Look at...
We got a new puppy.
Look at the doggy.
Oh, isn't he so cute?
Look at yourself on the screen.
So cute?
Oh,
he's a puppy.
You better watch that.
He still has no name.
Yes. He will make sweet love to the camera. It'll be the lowest quality sex he's ever had with the camera.
Ugh. That was the best part of this episode.
Absolutely. Stay for the end. Moral of the story.
Yeah, stay for the end.
Huh? Stay till the end. What about him?
What did you say? Oh, I'm not gonna get banned. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah,
did
probably
he have dog
avoid
sex?
That. No.
Oh.
We don't know what he did.
Still?
Nope.
Listen.
People have said everything. No one knows. No one knows but him, and no one's gonna say anything.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, comes to an end.
Yeah,
all right, beer and beef jerky next time. Beer and
yes, we will have beef jerky next time.
It's not called beer
or beef jerky. All right. Yeah, I guess if you are watching this on the YouTube, leave us a like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't. Comment down below. Tell us what you liked from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
Because we didn't look at everything.
Not yet.
We might have missed stuff. So let us know what you guys think about that. And we'll see you on the next video. Yeah. Join us next time.
All right.
Yeah, we outie.
Streaming is easy.